I have a dream where we breach the walls of Congress and just let them in. My lips, brand new taxes, starving all the billionaires and neutering their Visa Maxes. Topple Congress off their axis, mobilize the homeless, give them axes, call it praxis. Chop a couple limbs off the legislative branches. We'll show you the difference between air as a human right and guaranteed oxygen access. Octogenarians who barely know what day it is are culling countless citizens while sitting on a dais made of ignorance that was built on the graves of the slaves made to labor for its self-declared significance. And all to build a Congress full of millionaires who make their fortunes insider trading while they shit on all the indigent. So I got a bone to pick with our leaders, and I'll start with the ligaments. Pick right through the muscle, dig the marrow out, and serve it to the unhoused millions living in their minivans or watching their belongings get evicted from their tenement. I have a dream where we breach the walls of Congress and just let them in. And what happens next will survive in only text, cause there won't be any evidence. There will only be that heavy kind of feeling that pervades a space where there has been a reckoning and you can feel its remnants. Let any man who enters seeking power know that those who came before him suffocated on their eminence. That there once was a seal on the wall, but we quartered it and scattered all the pieces that it might prevent its semblance. And so we end the great experiment. We'll take all your billions, leave you 2 coins for the ferryman. Leave you drifting on a Dutchman floating derelict among the wretched seraphim. For holy is the hand that wiped the land clean of those who pose as gentlemen. That's my time, honey. Cue the thunderclap and strike the theremin. And so we end the great experiment. Give you 2 coins for the ferryman. I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. I thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry. My favorite songs don't hit the same way. I get to the end of a 4-minute track and I'm only looking back thinking, what did they actually say? So I try to sit down with my wife and watch TV, but I just see propaganda elevating the police in the simplest of sitcom banter, and tiny little altars full of offerings to corporate masters in every well-planned wide pan shot of the name brand stocking up the pantry. Pull back one long tracking shot out to the garage to the logo on the Camry. Nice tight shot of the Camry. Close-up view of the Camry, slow pan up on the Camry, long slow zoom to the unmoving human who is up in the front with the tube pumping fumes to him straight from the back of the Camry. Ashamed he just could not provide for himself, let alone for his family. It's a blue pill mindset that spent 2020 making dance beats. between the lines. And when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time, I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride, and thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
Ignorance is bliss, which explains why a lot of us are so fucking happy. Quick to take the trip for all its trappings. Never one to ask what's up, what's going on, or God forbid what's happening. A lot of us would strap into the ride and then spit right in the eye of the guy whose job it is to snap your fastenings. But maybe we're all born with that capacity. Maybe each of us comes standard with humor, compassion, malice, and audacity. Some of us are blind to the system, but some see it fine and say this is how it has to be. Some of us can stare wide-eyed at a nationwide human catastrophe and only offer platitudes and recipes. And I wish that I could tell myself that nothing's worth obsessing past my everyday necessities. I wish that I could cry fake news over anything that threatened me.
IndependentLeft.news.
Independent Left News.
Indie Left News.
Independent Left News.
Oh yeah, and I get news from Independent Left.
Thank you, Independent Left.news.
They actually put up posts of different shows, different things going on.
Check out Indie Left. They're doing a lot of good things. They're on Twitter and Instagram, and they've helped promote our show a lot.
Thanks for the work you do behind the scenes, too. This man does our Discord and some other help, so I just love to shout him out. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah. They kind of really do a great job.
Wait, I'm not ready.
Thank you, Independent Left, for reminding me of that.
Check out Independent
Wait,
Left.
what? What?
IndieNews.News.
What?
Indie Left.
We're live? And now we're dark. Now we're dark. Now we're dark because I'm using studio mode. There we are. Hey, everybody. Hey. It is Sunday night. Howdy. It's Bird and Reef. Oh, it's not Bird and Reef because Reef never shared his screen. And I never...
What do you mean? Yeah, I am.
Oh, geez. Well, I never popped
You never popped it out.
I never popped it out, and I never put you on the screen. So there's Reef. Hey, Reef. What's up, Reef?
One of these days, he'll get an A+ in prep.
One of these days. Well, wait a minute. Today was a little bit special because we were doing a little something different tonight, but somehow I need to hide your butt, hide the rest of us. And why am I not able to do this now? Why can't I hide this? Why can't I hide this? I don't know. Oh, here we go.
I wish I could tell you.
Hide members. Boom. Hey, okay. Briefs full screen. Bongfather Indy is here. Eric T. Red is here in chat. Hey, buddy. How are you? Good to see everybody. The Borg is in chat over on the Rockfin. Resistance is futile. Thank you for being here. Eric T. Red. There he is. Yo, yo, yo. Holy crap. Wow. What an overwhelming week. It's just been a crazy kind of 6-week stretch or so, and we're in the thick of it, and we're just coming into 2022 election season, and things are really ramping up all over the place. Censorship and deplatforming, and the whack-a-mole's already starting, and we're all here for it. So, and then last night or the other night I was on Sabby Sab's show. I know you had a couple of things you did this week, right, Reef?
Yep. Can I remember any of them right off the hat? I think I did IndieNews this week, right, with Durden and Colin.
Yeah.
Right? That was pretty good. The Christian Smalls clip should be up an hour ago on INN. So if you want to go look those two things up, share that around, that'd be great. And Reefer After Dark with Kit was Friday night. Everyone should go to my channel to check that out. I'm sure Indy's got my link tree down in the doobly-doo.
Hit Warren and Jesse Jett too. Like, it was really good. I don't know if we've got your link tree in the doobly-doo. I know we've got your Twitter, which will take them to your link tree anyway. So, but go follow him on Twitter, and then you'll be able to find his link tree.
If you have INN link tree, you can go down there and then find the thing that says Meet the Members in that.
There's that too.
And then I should be in there somewhere.
You've got
my
that
link
too.
Tree should be in there.
That is in the description. Yep. INN. Laws 456, Frankie. How everybody? It's good to see everybody. It is Sunday night, and we are pumped up to be here and do some stories that, again, we have not really seen covered, or at least I hadn't seen covered much in the space. Get to my little thank you spiel, and hey, everybody, how do we miss that? Of course, it's a show airing on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Odyssey, Rockfin, and Telegram. I have to add those to my thing. Sunday nights, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. And we're reviewing a few big stories that we hadn't seen covered much in the leftist independent media space. That's co-hosted by Indy. That's me, founder and editor of Independent Left News, Leftist.today, and one of the founding members of IndieNews.Network. And then I've got this guy, Reef Breland, who's sitting over to my side. And he's the creator of the Door Discord and host of Reefer After Dark, and now creator and host of INN News for Indie News Network. All the stories were featured in our Substack, Leftist.today, and at the top of independentleft.news. And of course, as always, in the beginning, we shout out to all of our Ko-fi and Patreon supporters, and now our Rockfin donors. Thank you so much for the super raise. We've got Eric T. Red, who's here in chat already. He's here. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your support. And actually, I got to meet him Friday night because he produces for Sabby, so we got to actually talk for the first time on the back end. That was really cool. It was great to meet you, and look forward to working with you more. We've got Sean. We got our first Super Ray last week. So thank you so much, Sean, for the Super Ray. We've got our two Richards, Richard T and Richard M. We've got Noli D and Les Bones, who may even be here in chat, and Radical Leftist Agenda, Nikki, and Robin, Lady Dragonfly, and Planet Claire, who's awesome. Thank you so much. And then, of course, we got to shout out all the volunteers and everyone that helps make this go. We've got Nicole and Darlene that are posting to Instagram and to Facebook. And we've got Big Mad Crab, who's making the thumbnails and helping with editing and doing trailers and doing little vignettes and what do we even call those? Intros and outros. That's right, for the videos. And it's just been awesome. Again, so much fun and so much help goes into it. Again, we've got our new Rockfin channel, and we're streaming live right now, rockfin.com/INDLeftNews. Please go sign up, follow. You can follow for free. We've got a Rumble channel, rumble.com/howdidwemissThat, /c/howdidwemissThat. I'll put that link in the chat right now, or in the, where's Mad Krebs in the chat right now. Awesome. So we've got everybody Greg coming in to hang.
It's all Greg.
And we also created, and I'm going to get to this in a couple of minutes, but we created an online store with the new logo on it for the Bong Father. So you can now own yourself a Bong Father t-shirt, which is pretty badass. So this week, we were on Sabby's thing, and then Monday I filled in for Jesse Jett, who wasn't feeling well, and I was on Misty's radio show, and I did the hour after Reef, which was always a blast.
I was also on that show. That was a good show.
Yes, you were. It was a really good show. Shout out to Tara Reid, who we actually were just hung up the phone with also, and go to her, follow her on her Patreon, go to her Linktree, linktr.ee/Tara Reid. You can find all the different ways you can follow her channels and support her. She's going to be doing more live streams and more podcasts, so definitely follow her Substack. So shout out and love to Tara Reid. Mona is in chat. Mona Carmona. Oh my God, one of the original people, the OGs, the super OG. Love you, Mona. Thank you so much for hanging out. Good to see you always. Reef's got to meet you at some point. But Mona's the queen, and we love Mona, and Mona gets special status on How Do We Miss That, for sure. Mona gets extra special shout outs always, every week, and I don't even shout her out, but I should every week. Oh, and also thank you, Alex Davidson. Like I thank you every week, but every single Substack post we do, damn, he likes every single one, and it really helps, and I really appreciate it. There's also Lady Alex M and she dropped a super chat. So last night we actually co-streamed the Political Matrix with Marcus Cage and Cy Lawson, and they had Sabby Sabs on for an interview early on. That was Marcus and Sabby. They were streamed for a few hours, and we had them co-stream to our Rockfin channel, which was really cool to be able to bring Marcus and the Matrix on to that platform. And he got some super rays, which was really awesome.
Always appreciated on our network.
I just got logged out of my notes thing. Okay, thanks so much. So really, that
Apple, what are you doing?
Yeah, thanks, Apple. That was the end of my notes anyway. for this episode. And a lot of thank yous and a lot of things to get to. And it's really exciting times. And again, we're on right now, Rockfin, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Odyssey, Telegram. I mean, we're trying to be everywhere. And the whole idea is, again, we're trying to fight the deplatform, the algorithm suppression, and make sure that as many people can see us as possible and hear all these stories, because they are important. And I think that they were kind of missed. And so let me get to exactly what the screen is again. Love you too, Mona. Great job, guys. Thank you. All right. So now we're going to go to the 3 box here, and we're going to show you what Independent Left News looks like today, what you need to see about, what you need to know about the IPCC report, talking about childcare and popular resistance and all the kind of articles. There's our interview with Kit that I did a couple weeks ago. We'll be doing a new Friends of Indie Left this week with Misty, but we were waiting for her to finish the Action for Assange event and get a couple days of rest before we got to do that. And then we'll have Jay Buffont coming up in the next couple weeks. There is, by the way, that open letter to Chris Small's video, which was published last night.
Yeah.
Nice thumbnail. Thank you.
How long is that video? It's like
credit to reach. It's about 6 minutes. 6 minutes and change. 6:10.
Yeah, it's not bad. Look at that intro. Looks good.
Shout out to the Mad Crab for the intro and to the outro. And Reef made the
look at those dudes. Looks good.
Else. Look at that. Looks good. Looks good. That's a pretty sick video right there. We're not going to play it right now, but definitely go to Independent Left News.
Wait, play,
it's a good
play
brick.
the end. Play the very end. Play the very, very end. Like the transition between the end. I'm very proud that I was able to get the annotation right on the ding.
They tried to arrest him. They tried.
You're good.
You know.
It's right there. You're good. Let go. And ding. Right on the ding.
Sweet. Look at that. And he placed those boxes night. It's a good brick. Nice, good brick.
It's a good brick.
Again, you've got dozens of articles. Oh, look at that. The politics of fee. When that was a 1 hour sit down with Tara and Fiorello. That's published on her Substack, and that is now available as an audio podcast as well as video. And there are more and more and more stories. Tons of stories and videos. And then from the video slider, we take usually a top, we try to summarize about half a dozen videos, and you can see a few here. And then we'll put those into a Substack post like this, and we'll embed just a half dozen videos. It's a lot cleaner. It highlights the videos better. And you can see this one had Franco and RBN. And this was actually my appearance on Sabby is the first half hour of this one. So this was Saturdays from Friday night. You got Richie Medhurst and Hardlands. Look at this, Mona. You see this? This is what we always were talking about doing. And now look at this. We're doing it. Love it. Amazing. Woo! Woo! And then all the different places you can find us, including the Bongfather merch store. So now you too can own Bongfather merch. You can own a mug.
A fucking nice shirt.
It's a nice shirt.
That's a nice mug.
You can get the hoodie.
Oh, that's a nice hoodie.
Okay.
Shit, you even got it in my size. Look at that.
Yeah, we got
that
the
hoodie in those.
All right, we
got the multiple X's. Look at that.
We got for the ladies.
Nice.
We got an entire women's line, and you got to get the Smoking Rooster socks, right?
Nice.
Hilarious, just hilarious. I love it. It's so. I found this guy. I refound this guy. I stuck him in there around the heart, and it's so funny. I don't know if you can really tell, but the heart is there's like a heart in smoke, and he's kind of standing in front of that because we've always had a bird and heart as part of our logo, and we still have a bird standing in front of a heart as our logo. So that's pretty badass stuff. $45. Maybe I got to work on the price. The markups are a little high, and I have to go into the store and change the prices to lower them to make them more reasonable. But the main T-shirt that I set up, I think, was like $19.99. So you can get one for $20, and that's I don't know where you can get one cheaper. Here it is, the classic tee, $19.99.
Yeah,
I got one on the way, by the way. I ordered a few different ones, and you can order them again. And look at that, 5XL. You looking for bed sheets? There you go. All right. I didn't even know what's XL to XT is bigger than XL. What the?
Long.
Okay, gotcha. See that? Yep. I didn't even know. Thank you to Spring.com
tall.
that allows me to set up the Indie Left store. There's all the links. And again, you can go to apparel, search by category, or find the accessories. And we're going to be working on adding more stuff to the store at some point. So, all right. Now we can actually get to some stories because we're already 15 minutes in. Sorry about that, everybody, but I had to indulge. I'm loving the bonfire.
No.
Hey, you see my new truck? So we're going to add a new element this time, and we're going to actually show the article as it was in Independent Left News. So the article is dozens arrested as scientists mobilize worldwide, right? Oh my God. What? This was in Consortium News, right? And it was also showcased in Popular Resistance, and it was actually written by Jake Johnson at CommonDreams, who's just a total badass. I love that dude and CommonDreams in general. All right. But what's the story? Literally, like, scientists worldwide coordinated an action effort. But I did not really hear much about this other than in D.C., where they actually stopped the highway. But more than 1,000 scientists across the globe chained themselves to the doors of oil-friendly banks, blocked bridges, occupied steps of government buildings on Wednesday. It's an urgent message to the international community. Wow. Climate revolution will be only a climate revolution will be enough to avert catastrophe. So, wow. Again, they're still expanding the fossil fuel industry, which we know. All right. Organizers described the world's largest ever scientist-led civil disobedience campaign. That's something. That's substantial. That's significant. Okay. Again, this is in the wake of the IPCC report, which we also covered a couple of weeks ago, talking about just how we're completely screwed and we're all going to die, and Antarctica is melting into the thing, and we've got to do something sooner rather than later. And what we can do, we've got to do several different things, and we're not doing any of it yet, so we need to start. Okay, again, IPCC warning report was watered down at the behest of governments unwilling to rapidly phase out fossil fuels, right? So Peter Kalmus, he's taking action, and he chained himself to a front door of a J.P. Morgan Chase building. These are scientists. Like, this is how extreme it's gotten. It's literally like, don't look up. Arrests will commence in 20 minutes. I noticed that symbol. Is that Extinction Rebellion? I believe that Extinction Rebellion was involved. All right. L.A. demonstration accompanied by other protests across the U.S. In D.C., climate scientists chained themselves to the White House fence and were arrested. We have not made changes necessary to limit warning to 1.5 degrees. Right. So what happened to Ford Fisher? His video actually got censored at one point. Okay, and he filmed it live. You got a minute 24 of them basically getting arrested. Yeah. You know, shout out to Ford Fisher. He does awesome work. Give him a follow at Ford Fisher with a C, Fischer. Definitely hook Ford Fisher up. News to Share is his outlet. And we're actually going to cover another News to Share article or a coverage that he did, I think, later this week. Right. Okay. Similar civil disobedience all over the world. Madrid, Germany, keep going. Scientist rebellion. Again, sounds a lot like Extinction Rebellion, right? You can watch all these things. This is in Europe, Berlin, op-ed in The Guardian. There you got that Peter Kalmus dude writing again. Everyone can see what I see coming. Society would switch into climate emergency mode and end fossil fuels in just a few years. Car companies are trying to do it, at least, to their credit. They're at least making the attempt to switch to electric, which we know is going to have to burn coal, at least to power the electric plants for now. But that's not their problem. Their problem is, I need to get oil out of my cars, and that's what they're doing. The electrical grid, that's on the government to fix at this point. So again, shout out to Jake Johnson. Shout out to all these scientists. Give them love. Give them thank yous. Peter Kalmus. These are the guys that were in Madrid. Again, worldwide. And did you hear about this? No, because they don't want people talking about this. No. There's Human Love. Let me turn off the support button so we can read their chat. Okay. Scientists are willing to tell the truth about climate crisis and act like it. Join us in civil disobedience against criminal governments. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Frankie
Very
Lee
much
says
so.
Peter
You know,
is great.
and
Mhm.
I always think those individual actions that Extinction Rebellion takes part in, as well as, you know, their demonstrations and stuff, usually do get play, which is why it's funny that this didn't. You know, like, but you know, I like the whole electric vehicle stuff, like all that stuff. Like, I wish there was, you know, I don't know, something like a highly efficient, you know, train that could, you know, I don't know, take passengers and goods places efficiently with a lot less energy.
I don't know what you're talking about. What kind of train
you know,
would that
something
be?
like that, magnet based, you know, like goes real fast. You could get from like New York to Florida in, I don't know, an hour. Like, you know, infrastructure that could actually benefit people, things like that, instead of letting companies try to save the world for us.
That might be nice. Now,
You know?
Eric just asked about censorship. I want to bring this up. Let me hide my messages before I do that. Now I'm going to go back really quick to the doodly-doo. As I logged into YouTube just now, I was given an erroneous permanent warning strike for my footage on January 6th. Of a January 6th defendant's reactions going into and out of court. I had countervailing views warning on the entire video, as Team YouTube requires. Violated.
Yeah.
Removed. That's what I was talking about, where he had coverage censored this week.
Right.
Ford's always shooting, you know, controversial Republican stuff and flame-throwing stuff, and we need people that do that. So I don't like seeing that, of course. I don't think any of us want to.
Yeah.
For sure. Udema are also protesting. Okay, YouTube almost never says they're sorry. That's right. They never do, Eric. You got that right. So, we're going to go to the doodly-doo.
They did to be one of those South Park apologies, you know, like what they made BP do in South Park. I'm sorry.
Like the commercial. I'm sorry.
You know? Yeah. I'm sorry.
We're sorry. All right.
Sorry.
All right. Let me switch to the next story because this is another. Literally, the word is horrifying. Researchers find microplastics in lungs of living people. Holy shit. Yeah.
Yep. And this is after the, you know, stuff that we've covered that we've been finding it in babies too, right?
Well, we found it in baby poop. That was 6 months ago. So this was not terribly surprising to a point. However, they said less than 2 weeks after they discovered microplastics in human blood, a team of researchers in the UK said Wednesday that tiny particles have also been detected in people's lungs. Awesome. All right. Analyzed tissue from 13 people undergoing surgery and found microplastics in 11 of 13 samples, including in tissue from the deepest part of the lungs, a discovery that alarmed the authors of the new study. Yeah, I would say that's pretty alarming. They said, I read somewhere further down that essentially they never would have ever thought that microplastics could ever reach this depth and this part of the lungs. And that is just beyond polypropylene, frequently used in plastic packaging,
PETG.
Now, is this also what they use for the THC oils, I believe?
No, that would be glycerin, I think, but it can get converted in weird ways. You're making me do fucking molecular chemistry. All right, hold on.
Yeah, well, this is kind of a new show. So, 12 different types of microplastics found in the tissue. Male patients had higher levels in the material of their lung tissue. 11 were found in the upper parts, 7 found in the tissue, and 21 found in the lower part. That is really scary. All right, support inhalation as a route of MP exposure. The first robust study to show it ever.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
So this provides an important advance in the field. Great. So now we can actually chart it. I wouldn't say this is a good thing, but wow. A study of cancer.
To me, I'm wondering. Yeah. Okay. So it's well, you're about to answer part of it. So, a study of lung cancer patient in the U.S. found plastic fibers and more that. Right. So it's like fibromyalgia, pretty much. It's like inhaling asbestos. It's a very similar thing. Looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the microplastics.
Yeah, yeah, that could definitely, because those are going to be nice and shardy, and yeah, that's going to be right. And you see that PET, right? That's like your water bottles, your whatever, stuff like ABS, stuff like that, like your Legos and things like that. That's going to be fine. It tends to grind up into a powder as opposed to like these like shardy bits. But
again, there's that Extinction Rebellion popping up again. Tommy Nation, welcome to the show. Hey, Tommy. Good to see you on Facebook. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, this is a little bit horrifying. Everybody should know it. I don't know what we do about it, but at least we should keep an eye on it and make sure you're getting checked. And, like, if you're having breathing problems or asthmatic stuff, like, make sure that, again, I don't know how they clean this out or what it is, but just to be aware of it. But the fact that they're even finding this or discovering it, that it's probably a lot worse. It's just like Flint. The minute they heard about one, it was 500 times worse. That's kind of frightening. But shout out to Julia Conley, CommonDreams, for covering this. And Extinction Rebellion, I believe this was a Guardian article that actually covered this in the UK. We're not really big fans of the Guardian. Free Julian Assange. Scumbag.
Absolutely.
Guardian people. Anyway,
yesterday.
Vegan Succubus, how are you? Welcome to the chat. It is awesome Sunday night.
What's up,
Everyone's
Vegan?
here. Love from Washington. We got so many friends here. This is great. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. And of course now we got Care Bears in the house. And for some reason, Restream's not telling me how many people we have live, and that's just slow torture. But I don't really even necessarily care. But we have a lot of friends here. Mad Crab. All the friends of the show, and
Tommy Nation's here on Facebook.
Here and everyone. This is awesome. Tommy Nation, he's over on Facebook, hanging out too. So I've got a few more stories. I want to try to get through this so we can get to some boats smashing into some other boats and some Reddit cringe. So let me switch over. And sorry, Captain Obvious, but Biden's budget could have had childcare being free, and instead it boosts police, and not too much of a surprise here. But again, I just want to show that we do have all these articles during the week in independentleft.news, and I've been clipping these, cropping them, and putting them up on Instagram. So if you look at our Instagram page, you'll actually see these, and hopefully have some likes and some comments on them. And if you don't see any, give them some. But this was written by Braxton Brewington, and I want to say Braxton Brewington all week after I read this article. Just because his name
must be from Boston.
Braxton Brewington. Oh yeah, all right.
Over there by the breweries.
And again, this is not exactly the shortest article ever, and I implore everyone to go see it. However, he's talking about MLK, and that that his talking about undergoing a radical revolution of values and a nation that continues to spend more on military defense than programs of social uplift is approaching spiritual death. And here we go. Manifests in Joe Biden's significant value statement, his budget. Considered a wish list, even though we know that it's not actually going to happen. It's a reflection of his policy priorities. Given then, why my dad has an expression, don't tell me what you value. Show me your budget, and I'll tell you what you value. Garbage. Well, we know what he values, and based upon what OMB Director Shalonda Young echoed the same. Okay, this is what we want to leave for our kids. However, close look at the budget proposal makes clear our children will inherit one bloated military budget, racist policing, widespread indebtedness, and an uninhabitable planet. Thank you so much, Joe.
Yep.
So consider violent policing and surveillance. Despite a sensible and growing call by organizers around the country to defund police, what have they done? Just the opposite. Tough on crime, send police even more federal money than before. 2023 budget would allocate at least $30 billion in new police spending, which is a gut punch to the millions of voices that have decried the enormous spending on police departments, especially since the police perpetrated murder. And you don't even have to go George Floyd. Hell, you could go Amir Locke, like this week. I mean, and we're going to talk about another one. We had one last week, and unfortunately, we're coming up with these stories of police brutality and police abuse every week. It's happening everywhere. Under the false guise of security, again, and it's really funny. I was with my boomer dad this weekend, and he lives in Florida, and there's shootings all over the place in Florida. They're shooting each other on the highway. They're shooting each other everywhere. Guess what he watches every night at 11 o'clock?
Fox News 10.
And it's mostly happened. No, I think it's the NBC affiliate, but it's a Sinclair Broadcasting affiliate, I believe.
Same difference.
Effectively. All right, but
they're the same.
Then you've got LA County, New York City, highest funded law enforcement jurisdictions. So exactly what happened when you give them more money, they spend it doing more of what they've always done. More military equipment, more surveillance, arresting and brutalizing people. Running over protesters, peaceful, unarmed protesters.
And keep in mind, Florida has that protesting without,
now it's like legal to run over a protester.
Yeah.
In like 15 states, it's now legal to do that. But a mountain of evidence dating back decades shows efforts to community police or increase police accountability, transparency with materials like body cameras, are simply not ways to reduce crime. Why? Because police don't help reduce crime. They clean up after a crime has already happened. It has already happened. They don't actually prevent crime, and that is one of the big misnomers that there is. So, in 2001, research from 200 empirical studies of policing crime rates found increased policing to be among the weakest links to reducing crime and improving life. Yeah, it's economic. If you want to reduce crime, you improve the lives of the people in the community. It's that simple, and they know this. But what they want to do is give more money to cops.
They knew this shit in The Wire, and that's a show from like 10, 15 years ago.
Right? This Alec Caracastanis, he by the way is a great Twitter follower. He's effectively argued definition of crime itself often goes unexamined in these discussions, right? It's framed in such a way to tilt the scale toward police and enforcement. We could quantify harm independent of crime. We likely see, again, a lot of this is property stuff. A lot of this is petty theft. Organizers have been abundantly clear on this for decades, arguing that shoveling money into a violent, repressive, racist system is never going to make it less violent, repressive, or racist. And that goes for the military, too. 100%. And, of course, our $813 billion proposed defense spending, because $770 billion wasn't enough, which is another 4% increase year over year. Again, did everybody else get a 4% increase year over year? I didn't. I don't think you did. I don't think anybody else got cost of living increases. Yet we're giving the military a 4% increase after giving them $770 billion a year ago. It's beyond ridiculous. Totaling more than defense budgets of the next 11 countries combined. Now, this is changing. And thanks to our proxy war in Ukraine, we are now funding Germany to the tune of $100 billion worth of weaponry. And Ukraine itself is also getting billions of dollars worth of weaponry sent over. And of course, we're happy to give them the loans to be able to buy those weapons from us. Right?
Yeah.
He won't fucking stop.
Seriously. Right? So far from being a simple defense force, U.S. military exists to allow the commission of extreme violence in any corner of the globe at a moment's notice. That neither represents the values to which we aspire nor meaningfully benefits anyone in the United States outside of perhaps a handful of powerful corporations with multinational holdings. Yeah, we do their bidding. That's exactly what it is. We are effectively a proxy for them. If he wanted a budget that reflected genuine interest in meeting communities' material needs, creating safety, and improving the lives of working people, he would prioritize funding programs of social uplift. Like I said, crucially, this would include but not be limited to education. So he proposed funding universal preschool, but no reason to stop there. All right, education is a lifelong endeavor. Why do we say it stops at 18? Why do we not subsidize and fund higher education? That means canceling all student debt, which should never have existed in the first place. And we're never going to stop on that, especially because you covered just this week that they extended the moratorium on student loan payments until, I think it was September 1st. Right? And you think they're going to do that 8 weeks before an election? So we know that's happening at least through the end of the year.
You got to look. You got to have it later, because you know.
So again.
Oh wait. No, how do I? You got to tell me when I don't hit the buttons right, because it's like
It'll change. When do we want it? Well, in due time. Whenever they get together, it's like, now is not the time. Yeah, now is not the time. Hey, what do we want? Incremental change. When do we want it? Well, in due time.
Oh, in due time.
Okay.
In due time.
In due time. Thank you, Jimmy. So education's only a piece of the puzzle. If we want folks to have a stake in their lives, their communities, we can and we should be doing even more. Rah, rah, rah. Well, again, most of the people in the community, unfortunately, don't want to do any of this stuff. Build a better America, as Biden claims he wants to do. He should fund paid leave, child care before preschool. We could fund health care and wipe clean the moral state of medical debt. We could actually increase unemployment benefits, fund job training programs, increase cash assistance, fund art and community centers. This is a solutions-based article. It's one of the things I love about this one.
Yep.
Right? It's not just bitching about what we don't have, but saying what we can do.
Grassroots
and what would be a reflection
like
of our values.
Yeah.
Working tirelessly to cut the Pentagon budget. Shout out to Medea Benjamin and the Code Pink org. They're doing great. They're doing good work too.
Yeah.
Okay. Community organizers around the country are producing incredible policy-specific projects like Aid to Abolition, laying the groundwork to reduce the scale, scope, power, authority, legitimacy of criminalizing institutions. Poor People's Campaign, Debt Collective, again, shouting out some great organizations. Debt Collective appeared on the INN Student Debt Boycott Summit. And there is the Debt Collective.
Right.
There was a Washington, D.C. Department of Education action on January 4th. Shout out to the Debt Collective. Go give them a follow on Twitter, debtcollective.org. And I believe they're also on Twitter at Strike Debt. And the DMs are going to pop up because I went to Twitter. So let me cut that down. At Strike Debt. So again, I really like this article in Truthout. In addition to the fact that the guy's name is Braxton Brewington, and that's just badass.
Yep.
So shout out to Braxton Brewington. I have not read any of his other stuff. He has written one other article, and that was all the way back last July, and also about student debt, which so we have another really good Truthout writer there. So whenever we can get this guy's stuff, I'm definitely going to be looking out for it in the future. Truthout's a good outlet. So once in a while they come out with some it's questionable stuff, but still a big fan of what they do. And again, it's hard to hit the mark 100% of the time, but they're good. Mint Press News, Consortium News, CommonDreams do excellent work. World Socialist website has been a little weird, and we've been kind of off their boat lately. But we will be, again, there's tons of really good outlets that are doing amazing work out there. Okay, so now we're going to get to some fun. Amazon labor.
Ooh.
So now, hell, Amazon defeated New York City, unionize everywhere, right? So we've got a socialist alternative article, and this was actually written by an Amazon worker on April 2nd after they voted yes. So I thought it was really important to get the voice of an actual Amazon worker out there, because you hear so many people talking, but I really don't hear very many people talking to the people that go into these warehouses and drive the trucks and do this stuff. Actually, the trucks are outsourced, but the people who are working in the warehouses and picking every day. Okay. And So this is, again, their words. This decisive result proves once and for all that the richest and most powerful companies in the world can be defeated. Workers are fed up with the deplorable working conditions and wages that allowed Jeff Bezos to become the richest man in the world, launching himself into space in July last year, which is 3 months after the major union drive in Bessemer was defeated in April. Amazon's greed and arrogance finally met a rude awakening. So, again, here, let me put this link in chat. I want everyone to go and give that a like and a follow and look this random Amazon person up and share this on behalf of the voice of the workers at Amazon. They're now heading into this April 25th vote at the neighboring LDJ 5 facility. All right, with a huge amount of momentum. However, Amazon will continue to play dirty and use everything at their disposal to throw up results, gum up the legal process, and undermine the fight for a strong contract at JFK 8, which begins immediately. Has already begun. All right, because this was 8 days ago. Company announced their opening line of attack minutes after the election in a statement accusing the NLRB of tipping the election in ALU's favor, referencing complaints filed to the board alongside the National Retail Federation and Chamber of Commerce. And that's one of the things that I'm about to also cover is one of the ways that they're trying to go at Chris Smalls and at this union. Again, Amazon leads by razor-tight margin in Bessemer. That's also, last year, they manipulated this so badly, and we covered that last year, that they were forced by the NLRB to do a do-over because of their union-busting tactics. And there were scores of union-busting tactics that were unearthed. So this is no time to pull back. We need to keep up the pressure. $30 hourly wage. Absolutely. Again, talking to my boomer father about $15 an hour wage, and he even will admit that that $15 is not enough really to live on in today's society, and that he's got friends that's what they spend in a day is what these people is what $15 or $30 an hour people make in a week. That's $600 a week. They'll spend $600 in a day playing golf and going out to dinner. But to not think that everybody is at least should have the freedom and the time to be able to earn a living wage so that they can spend time with their family and still be able to work a respectable job. I mean, there is the money there. It's in a lot of cases it's straight up greed, and it's people who are extreme haves just giving the have-nots just enough to live and starving them out for the rest, which is not it's not a sustainable society. ALU has a special responsibility. Again, this is somewhat long. I'm not going to read the whole thing. All right, I will go right to the end and say the decisive victory at JFK 8 in Staten Island may well be a catalyst to organizing at Amazon, logistics industry as a whole, and even well beyond, combined with the ongoing struggle for a union at Starbucks. Today's victory could be a major turning point for the labor movement and lay the basis for a mass wave of unionization in the months and years ahead. But building on it will require drawing the right lessons from the struggle so far. The incredible courage of the JFK 8 workers will be a continual source of inspiration to workers across the country and the world. And let's go out and organize the unorganized and unionize Amazon everywhere. So great that he wrote this for Socialist Alternative. Love that. Long piece again, but so worth it to hear his thoughts. And the fact that only 1,000 people have read this is kind of shameful. I want to see that number increase, and this should be seen by millions, because we need to hear the voices of the people that go into that warehouse every day and do the work. They need to have a voice, and thankfully they now have one. And thanks to our friend, that guy, Christian Smalls. He's one of the leaders who stood up early on in pandemic, who now is the president of the Amazon Labor Union, and has now said, and now this was in Truthout during the week. Again, Sharon Zhang, Truthout, member of the All-Star team, one of the best writers out there. Follow her, Zhang_Sharon on Twitter. April 5th, this was published. Again, Amazon Labor Union, Christian Smalls wrote on Twitter, workers at over 50 locations had contacted the union since their win about unionizing. Huge. Union won by over 500 votes, but it was still pretty tight. And now there's a couple of things that have happened in the immediate wake of that. Again, Chris says we want to thank Jeff Bezos for going to space because when he was up in there, we were signing people up. Freaking low. He's so great.
Yeah.
You know, congrats.
People should go check out, you know, the full clip from INN where we covered this too.
Yep.
It's pretty
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah. They did a whole, they did cover this in depth. And I don't want to cover it because Reef and the guys did cover it on Tuesday, but I did want to do a follow-up to what's happening now. So Amazon accusing the union, the NLRB, of interfering and acting on behalf of the union too much, and here you go. But what's even worse is surrounded by mutual accusations of misconduct, which there was definitely on the Amazon side. But this guy, I'm not a big fan of using mainstream publications. However, Forbes in this case did a really good job of summarizing it. So what happened on Friday? They filed a sheaf of objections with the NLRB, accusing them of suppressing the vote by providing only 3 booths for over 8,000 potential voters and of applying a double standard to pro-union and anti-union T-shirts. Give me, really? T-shirts? When they prevented and suppressed the word union from going in the app? When they made their people actually sit through meetings? And here, Amazon further accused the labor organizers of threatening employees if they voted against the union. And, of course, they had to go down. This is as low as it comes. Bribing employees with marijuana. Right. First of all, you didn't have to bribe anybody with weed to join a union at work, dude. Give me a break. This is an absolute smear. This is the thugging.
Also, have they seen how weed works? Do they know that like bribing someone with weed is going to get them to not do anything?
It's beyond.
They're just going to get on the couch for a while.
And it's a racist dog whistle that happened by a bunch of white people that run this company. All right? Don't think that we don't see it and we're not calling that nonsense out right there. All right? This is the hoodlum and his marijuana that he's offering to give to the workers. And of course they're going to take it and they'll do whatever he wants because he's the Pied Piper. Give me a break. That is nonsense.
Yeah.
Garbage. All right? NLRB spokesperson confirmed the board had received their objections, but that all NLRB enforcement actions against Amazon have been consistent with the board's mandate to enforce the NLR Act. All right. Amazon has a history of jousting with the NLRB, which in December resolved 6 cases with the board, agreeing to notify its workers, that they have the right to start or join a union. Meaning that they had not done that before. Amazon's acting on the up and up, sure. That the company can't penalize them for legally protected organizing activities, which clearly they were doing because otherwise they wouldn't have had to admit that, yes, we can't do these things. This has got me so heated and so fired up and so angry because of what they're doing and how they're trying to come at the workers, because the workers finally got a victory, and that's never allowed to happen. All right?
Yeah.
New York Times reported Amazon had forbidden employees at Staten Island warehouse from staying in company break rooms or parking lots, a measure that would have made organizing significantly more challenging and was explicitly forbidden by the company's December agreement with the NLRB. And then again, this is quite in depth. This will be in the show notes. I will drop this in the chat. And I'm not a big fan again of Forbes and of the narratives and everything else they put out. But I did want to mention that this is the narrative that they're trying to put out right now against the workers. This is how they're coming at Chris right now. We have to stand strong with him, and we have to call out this garbage. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't need to give people weed to organize a union. This is a joke.
Right.
Couldn't make me angry.
Well, and the fact that they even like allow them to voice that, like, you gave them what it's like, now every anti-union person is going to be saying that forever.
Yep.
You don't even have to put that in the article. Like,
nope. And again,
the Washington Post, is going to have that.
The one thing that my boomer dad knew about what happened with Amazon, you hear that the guy tried to give the employees weed?
Weed?
I said,
like,
first
God
of all,
forbid.
you smoke weed, so that's a good thing.
Yes.
And second of all, yeah, that's how they're trying to smear this guy. I said, I know this guy. I've been connected to this guy.
PTSD of working at Amazon.
Forget about any of that. Forget about where it's legally allowed and everything else. But it's the whole thing is, but just using that that smear because they know that the old people, again, this is reefer madness over and over again, and it's the fear of the green planet. Again, you see me, I'm the bong father. I certainly have no fear of a green planet, and that's one of the things that made me so damn angry about this, that as widely accepted right now as the cannabis industry is becoming, something like this is being used to hold that entire movement back. And again, we're calling this out.
Reefer.
That's right. The fucking reefer. Thank you, Joey Diaz.
Fucking reefer.
The fucking reefer.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's just dumb nonsense. Like, but everyone should go check out, I put it in chat, the open letter to Chris Smalls that we made. People should share that around. Tag him on Twitter. I don't care.
I DM'd it to him.
Do what you will with that.
But yeah, definitely. Let's make sure he sees this and hears this. Essentially what Reef is doing an open call to say, don't sell out. Don't forget about the people behind you, the people who amplified you, and come down to some of these independent channels. And hey, we have friends of Indie Left would be happy to interview you, and INN News would certainly love to hear about what's next and get some guidance on organizing and some of the tactics and things, and speak to the community that helped lift you up and stood behind you when nobody else would. And you drew some similarities. Again, I encourage everybody to go watch this video on INN News, and that's on IndieNews.Network on YouTube. And you can go to the INN.
I put it in chat up above a little bit.
Go and chat at Get Indie News on Twitter, and you'll be able to also find that on Indie News Network's Twitter account. So, I've got one more story here. Actually, I've got two more, but this one really also. Shout out to Noli D, and she works with the Police Accountability Report, and I decided we need to do a little police accountability of our own. So we've been doing this the last couple of weeks, and here I call this another asshole cop. Michigan State Police trooper suspended after punching handcuffed man on video. Thanks, dude.
Of course he does.
All right, and I'm not going to play the video. However, around 7:15 p.m., Saginaw police officers and MSP pulled over Vance Martin on suspicion of driving while intoxicated. Martin's cousin, Keith Brookins, began recording Facebook Live. They pulled him over, asked his name, told him his name. No, that ain't your name. We know your real name. That's my name. Next thing you know, they pulled him out of the car, they handcuffed him, and they went like Mike Tyson's punch out on his face. Wow.
That sucks. What the fuck?
Right? As the troopers attempted to put him in the back of the patrol car in the second video, he stood with his hands cuffed behind his back and refused to enter the video. Although he was resisting, he didn't appear to fight or act in an aggressive manner when one of the troopers suddenly punched him 4 times in the face. And then his cousin friend, oh, you can't hit him. After he was transported to a hospital, literally, he had to be hospitalized from being punched in the face. He was booked on 5 counts of assaulting, resisting, or obstructing police, along with single counts of operating a vehicle while intoxicated and having an open intoxicant in the vehicle. Well, that's not good.
5 counts of assaulting, resisting. Jesus.
Open intoxicant in the vehicle? What did he have an open container? I didn't hear that, and that's the first I saw. He was released the next day without having been arraigned on any charges.
I mean, none of that open intoxicant, like none of that's like warrants, this is called, I mean, this is not even pain compliance because he's already complying.
The cop called him boy. Oh my God, the cop fucking called him boy.
I mean, this is just blatant fucking, I mean, this is, it's like LA riot shit pretty much.
He's been suspended. No, he should be prosecuted and thrown in jail with criminals
for assault
because he is a criminal, and definitely fired, not suspended, intent. Fired. A cab.
Yeah.
And Kelly.
Like.
Here you go, Kelly.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Oh, wow. So again, I didn't think that too many people had covered this Michigan State trooper getting caught on camera punching somebody in the face 5 times. Wow.
Yeah.
And in the April 6th edition of Independent Left News. So subscribe, independentleft.news, and you'll get these wonderful stories from Nation of Change in this case, followed by Andrew Emmett. Second week in a row, we've covered an Andrew Emmett story. Andrew actually has been doing really good work on holding police accountable as well. So give him a follow. I believe it's just Andrew
Frankie
Emmett.
Lee in the chat.
Frankie.
Police are hammers, we're nails.
Right?
Couldn't agree more.
So back to our two shot. Yeah, 1 count for every time he got punched. That's right, Tommy Nation. Oh my God. You freaking nailed it.
Jesus.
Oof. All right. So last story. All right. And we are at like an hour. Wow, this is pretty good. This is what I wanted to do, is get to like a little over an hour. And I know Reese is going to be like,
nice.
But look at this.
No, you're good.
It's our old friend Bernie. Bernie actually did something decent this week. Bernie. That was from Weekend at Bernie's. So,
fucking, sorry.
But it's not just really Bernie. It's actually even more of a legend than Bernie, because it is Ralph Nader. So shout out to Ralph Nader, who at 92 years old is still doing it. He's doing it here at ScheerPost. It was shared at CommonDreams. He publishes everywhere. Love Ralph Nader. God bless him. We need more Ralph Naders that are just, he's a passionate champion calling out corporate every day. You know, and again, I got yelled at today. Why do you care so much about all this stuff? And every conversation comes back to corruption and greed and what's happening with big corporations. You know why? Because everything that we see, think, control, and know, and everything that all these sheep around us are thinking is because of that. So, yeah, when you talk about a millionaire golfer.
Reply with the Wu-Tang, right?
Right. Well, you got to diversify your bonds. But
cash rules everything around me.
Cream, get the money. That's right. So again,
money.
Corporate media,
bill,
surprisingly enough, ignores Senate hearing on corporate greed and inflation. The lack of coverage on corporate greed reflects the influence that corporate advertisers have on mainstream media. Captain Obvious kind of stuff. However, I didn't hear about that. I did hear a little bit about a hearing on Capitol Hill, but I don't think that it was about this. So, exceedingly rare for a major congressional committee to hold hearings on corporate greed, leading to corporate profiteering and surging prices on consumer goods in general. That alone is a true statement in itself, right? On April 5th, Bernie Sanders charted uncensored territory on corporate service with the lead witness, Robert Reich, now professor at University Cal Berkeley. Again, we're not such great fans of Robert Reich in general. I have plenty of issues with him, and he appeared on MSNBC with Chris Smalls this week, and I thought it was kind of insulting the way that they tried to frame that, and they put him in the middle, and him being a former Clinton guy, it was just, the whole thing was gross to me and how they were trying to frame it, and the dog whistling and the visual optics of all of it, putting him in between two suited white guys in general, and Robert Reich there to be like the benevolent guy that kind of said, oh yeah, what he did was actually a good thing, yeah, and it was ridiculous. The whole thing's just, again, insulting. So corporate greed takes hundreds of thousands of American lives every year. Think the opioid disaster, tobacco, toxins in the air, water, not to mention injuries, illnesses from corporations that put extra profit over concerns about public health and safety. Hello, Amazon, considering what we just talked about. All right. However, at the Senate hearing, Sanders chose to focus on the economic exploitation of consumers. Here is his introductory remark. And quote, across every major industry, prices continue to rise. This includes a 38% increase in the price of gasoline, a 44% increase in the price of heating oil, a 41% increase in the price of a used car, a 24% increase in the price of rental cars, and a 17% increase in the price of furniture. Further, Tyson Foods
and the 99% of the 1%. Go ahead.
Tyson Foods recently increased beef prices by 32%, the price of chicken by 20%, and the price of pork by 13%. As prices increase, corporate profits hit a record high of nearly $3 trillion in 2021, up 25% in a single year.
And look at
Bernie.
Barney knowing about the 13% on pork. You know,
somebody assembled that for him, but that's a nice speech when it's completely ignored and useless. Thanks, Bernie. Thanks for telling us what. Yes, it is. We have seen all of this happen, and corporate greed and profits have continued to rise. Okay, he might have added that companies profiting from these price increases paid a low record amount in federal income taxes, and that the net worth of the richest shareholders soared in the midst of the pandemic. Because Ralph Nader is a legend, and Ralph Nader really calls it out. And Sanders didn't want to become Ralph Nader, but Ralph Nader actually unabashedly and unashamedly calls out the corruption, and we love him for it. Bless him for it. So Sanders announced $900 billion in stock buybacks last year alone, which is a sign of excessive pricing power. 2020, he added the CEOs of major U.S. companies on average 350 times more than the average median worker. Again, another conversation I was having with my father, the disparity in CEO pay and the gross wealth inequality gap between, and he even said, is Tim Cook worth $95 million a year? $50,000 an hour? I said, no. Nobody's worth $95 million. Well, I disagree because he's making them billions. Yes, and if they gave somebody a shot for $20 million, guess what? They would do just as well, if not better, than Tim Cook. But they put him there, and they gave him that money. And that's what they decided the market is, and that's what he decided the market is.
He makes a mean cup of coffee for the shareholders, all right? You know, like that's his job.
Right? Big corporate again. This is I love how Ralph writes. Okay, Ralph just writes and writes and writes, and he never stops. And he still does a weekly radio hour podcast. All right, but again, he's talking about Lindsey Graham and how markets are not competitive. And Reich rebutted the corporate excuses for the higher prices by pointing out the detrimental impact on consumers of concentrated corporate power, gas and meat, profits at 70-year high. And the company's flush with cash. Why are they raising prices? Because they can. And because they don't face meaningful competition. And they face no consequences. Just the reverse is true.
How South... Yeah. I was just saying it's like that South Park bit about Comcast. You know? People remember that one. You remember?
Remember berries.
Just the reverse is true.
You know?
The industry is dominated by a few corporations, have the power to, it's,
yeah, that's what's happening. Again, it's that we're having this passed on again, and this article has a link to the actual hearing itself. Lindsey Graham, there's Blanche Dubois. Of course, he had to have something to say.
I mean, I feel like Bernie could have not voted for that giant influx of wealth, during the pandemic. That would have been nice.
Well,
we
had to get the money to people somehow.
Sure. When do we want the change? In due time.
This is the usual GOP routine of blaming the government for everything, even a government under the thumb of the corporate lobby. Neglected to mention that given soaring profits, companies in a competitive industry would absorb rising costs to keep their customers. Instead, they're passing on those costs plus adding profit, fueling ever higher inflation. Right. So again, Biden White House has proposed stronger antitrust and consumer protection measures. They want to tax billionaires and unproductive stock buybacks, latter being but that's donors are never going to allow it. Besides, both parties are dialing for the same corporate campaign cash. Media blackout on Sanders' hearing is partly his fault. He knows how to hold a highly energetic public hearing. You have witnesses who worked in the trenches against corporate profiteering, victims of these profiteers, and subpoenaing corporate executives like Tim Cook if they don't testify voluntarily. There needs to be proponents of strong corporate crime legislation. But again, this is window dressing.
Yeah.
The knowledgeable civic community is not catching the ears of the Democratic Party candidates. Regular reports show incumbent Democrats feeling despair and defeatism over the prospect of the lying, corrupt, corporatist, clever GOP taking control of Congress next year. Except that they're also lying, corrupt, control, corporatist, and clever. And I think that Ralph kind of calls that out, but he sees exactly who's going to take over next year, and he is saying that that is what they see happening. Wake up to the winning ways of addressing all the people. Of course, learn from FDR. Yes, Ralph. Ralph is still an activist, an optimist, more importantly than anything. And
Make sure you don't get polio.
He's a national,
most importantly,
fucking treasure. And damn, man, has this guy been a disappointment? What a disappointment. And on that note, it's a good what? Good bread. That's some good bread. And we hit it at exactly 1 hour and 4 minutes. That's nice. It's going to be a short podcast for everybody. Nice. Hashtag Team Meteor. Yes. Okay. Now we can get to a few chats. Extra. Okay. Uncle Warren is in the chat. What's going on, Warren? Nader would often appear back on Meet the Press. Yes, he would. And it was nice when they actually used to put people. Yes, Nader. Seems like yesterday. Was it 92? No, Nader was 2000 and then 04.
2000. Don't be a hater. Vote Ralph Nader.
Okay, there's shout out to Oz, Roar Media, King of Kings.
What's up, Oz? King of Kings.
Thanks, dude.
Ruler of Dirt.
Yeah, one count for every time he got punched is the chat of the night, by the way. Tommy
It's
Nation,
ridiculous, yeah.
I think I might have to send you a t-shirt for that. Seriously, man. That's some awesome stuff.
You get the gold star.
Okay, Frankie.
Now for everyone's favorite part of the show.
Well, because
you know, it's definitely the more important news.
Well, yes.
You know?
Well, then let's get to it.
And I watch mindless shit, boats that smash into other boats.
Time.
Okay, it's reef time. And I can sit back and laugh.
Is it just big me?
It's big you. It's boats.
So, I do have a bit of stuff right here at the front.
Oh,
so
reefer
madness. I find this funny, right? Literally, you know. So this is after, you know, the House this last week or so voted to decriminalize, right?
Yep.
If I remember correctly.
That is correct.
You know, there was definitely some Republicans who voiced their concerns. So this is from CNS News, which I don't know if you've ever heard about them, but you know, the right news right now on the right.
CNS
with righties.
That's got to be like the conservative news or the Cub
conservative news.
CNS, but there's a Cub, so
right. Well, it's like a bulldog. But so they even got their T-shirt on the side with the pro God, pro life, pro gun. But so they asked Senator Cruz and Langford, and they got out of them that they think cannabis is harmful and there is a human cost to legalizing pot.
Sure.
So when asked whether they use cannabis and if not, then why not, a couple of senators said they did not use the drug because it is harmful and legalizing ignores the human cost that comes with it. At the Capitol on Tuesday, CNSnews.com asked a couple of GOP senators, the House voted last week to legalize cannabis. Do you use? And if not, why not? Right? Ted Cruz said, I don't because it's illegal and because it's harmful to you. It's not healthy. It's like he's talking about fucking the cake he ate last week. Right, like, I would never.
Oh, he's like a Jesuit.
James Langford.
He's like really, he's like ultra religious, and they're kind of weird when it comes to that stuff. So maybe.
Yeah, but I bet he's still sipping on the caffeine from time to time. But James Hankford from Oklahoma said, "Do I use it? No, I absolutely do not."
Well,
yeah,
we can tell.
CNS followed up. Do you think it's harmful? I do, actually. And I think the science also shows that as well. So this is one of those interesting debates where people talk about follow the science on it. Okay, well, follow the science on it and be able to track the reports. Like, what? Bro, you're reading the wrong science magazines, bro.
Seriously. I don't know what you're reading.
Try High Times.
I don't know what you're reading.
At least something by like Gonzo.
He actually
I understand the House.
Notice that he doesn't point to any specific point. Just
or
science.
any study or any
and by the way, it's a Schedule 1 drug, so you can't do a study on it. Oh yeah, there's that too.
Right. Which they're also trying to change that right now as well in the House and Senate. So, I mean, it sounds like, and from the story you sent me, right, what, was essentially the cannabis industry is shoving, right? They're just shoving the big stack into the middle of the table and hoping things work out. So they're throwing as much as they can lobbying wise because they can make money.
Millions.
So you can definitely see a few of these Republican guys who, are either bought weed stocks or, anything like that. But yeah, the MORE Act, right?
They're dog whistling.
Old Gerald Nadler.
They're dog whistling to the donors, to the weed companies. Yep, you got to pony up more money, and then I'll see the light. Wow, I guess the science has changed. I had no idea.
Right, it's like that. It's like those scenes you see like in like a smoking gun movie where it's like, and did you see him? I don't know. My memory's kind of fuzzy. Pulls up a fucking $20 bill. Oh, it's coming back to me now. Pulls up another $20 bill. Oh yeah. In addition to decriminalizing marijuana, the legislation would do the following: trust fund to support various programs and services for individuals and businesses and communities impacted by the war on drugs. So I wish I knew the details of what that meant. Because like that could be like what we're gonna go help give some like the Sandinistas some money, like
no, it's more money for
like
cops.
What?
It's more money for cops.
Yes,
and narcs. Yeah, there we're funding the narcs. There you go, narcs.
Yeah, excise tax on cannabis products, right? So they want a federal tax on it as well.
Well, they just want their cut. They're drug dealers. They want their cut.
The SBA, right? Loans and services available to entities that are cannabis related, legitimate businesses. Yeah. So you want to be able to get a business loan. Prohibits the denial of federal public benefits to a person on the basis of cannabis related conduct or convictions, right? Prohibits the denial of benefits and protections under immigration laws on the basis of a cannabis related event. So that might be an interesting one to like figure out, what that would entail. So, but yeah, Matt Gaetz, Brian Mast, and McClintock were like the only ones, right?
Yeah,
and they're all Florida.
Dude, that's Beavis.
Which just legalized.
That's Beavis.
Yes.
I can't even look at his face.
Is he Beavis or is he? Yeah, he's definitely Beavis, right?
He's
the forehead.
Beavis. Well, then again, he could.
Right.
He could really be either.
TP really for my bunghole.
TP, that's tough. TP for my bunghole. Check out Mad Crab's channel.
Bloomberg government event to push for Senator Chucky the Shoom said that this is a priority for me. So you definitely know it's not going to pass then. If Chucky the Shoom has it as a priority.
Les Bones says Butthead. Shout out Les Bones. Welcome to chat.
But I always love like stock footage.
I love seeing stock footage of fucking weed
of weed farms. Like,
well, those are.
And I just imagine right off this camera, there's like a big giant pile of weed that is fallen to this side of the table.
I didn't have quite that much, but I remember being in my 20s and having to weigh out 20 bags. And no, I don't.
Right.
Allegedly. And with the
allegedly
scale and the that is unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, a quite familiar look to some of us in this chat.
Right.
But even though I never have technically worked for a legal dispensary, allegedly.
Nice. So. A small business, if you will. Is this how you keep such a positive perspective on life, Indy? Is this how it goes?
My candy and treats.
Extra bullet will remember this, but JB and Uncle Warren himself we're talking about a weed Willy Wonka movie, and I'm down for that. That'll be a great movie.
Weed Willy Wonka. I love it. Love it.
What else have I brought to us today from the meme trees? Cops, when weed become legal in your state. Other things I'm allowed to arrest people for besides weed.
Yeah. I don't think they know.
Lemon bomb.
Are you ready for the lemon bong?
I'm ready for a lemon bomb.
Are you? All right.
I think I'm ready. It's gonna be sour.
Lemon bomb.
But I hope the juice is worth the squeeze. Oh, it's gonna be sour. It's gonna be harsh. He's gonna cough his brains out.
Yeah. There we go. There it is. Homemade lemonade. Mmm.
Oh, and he's gonna. Oh, gross!
Oh God!
No, that's not lemonade. That's not really lemonade.
And he was never seen from again.
No, thumbs down, dude. Cut it.
Don't do that.
No, he's
Thumbs
not cutting
down.
it. Don't cut it. Don't cut it. Oh, come on. Don't cut it.
So, now everyone has to try their own lemon bong and give it a thumbs up, thumbs down.
Ooh, lemon juice bong. Yeah, that is not how you make lemonade. Absolutely crap.
Hey man, when life gives you lemons,
that's right. You make bong
lemon
juice.
I got this one for you. So. Me explaining that if I smoke just enough weed, then drink just enough coffee, they'll cancel each other out and I'll be able to focus.
I feel seen.
Like, you feel seen. But
I feel attacked.
This one's more me.
Nice.
Remember how I was telling you about how these guys are just high all the time? If you read it as such, it's a much different story. Right? When you're reading frog books to your children's. Yep. Frog wrote down the schedule. There, he said, now we may get many things done today, but we can ignore the schedule, said Toad. That is true, said Frog. That is true, we could.
We could ignore the schedule.
And that's exactly how my life works.
Wait, what? We can? Oh.
That's how my life works. We could just ignore the schedule. Yup.
Chuck the schedule. Oh.
Well. So,
oh boy, it's the pizza wars.
Ed Heller will see this, later.
Where's that? Shout out to Ed, to Bacon Volcano-based Solutions.
You got your New York, your thin crust topped with cheese, your Chicago, your deep dish smothered in mafia bribes, right? Your Philly, thick and square, just like the people who live there.
Yep.
Nice. St. Louis, terrible crust covered with shame, awful, but locals pretend to like it.
Yep.
Detroit, American Tire covered in cheese. California, on fire. Ohio Valley, square crust topped with the tears of whoever made it. Texas, an old boot covered in ants.
Shout out to Misty.
Right? Boston, a plate of tacos. They follow the wrong recipe and are too stubborn to admit it's not pizza.
Nice.
Love
it.
Oh,
pizza's good no matter what. Pizza-based solutions.
The edibles are weak as shit. They're weak as shit. The edibles. Oh God, what have I become? The lizard people, it's turning the friggin' frog stoner.
The frog's gay.
So we made it to Dad Zone.
Time. Oh boy, somebody's gonna get hurt.
Right.
And it's not my kid.
All the people with boys will understand this one, I feel like. Oh, and action. And what else is in an action movie, Indy?
Blood.
He's there it is.
Hey, that's not an action movie. That's not an action movie. Wait.
What do you mean?
Wait.
You know, like Bond's got to get the Bond girl, don't he? Like, you know. Anyway, I got some more Dad Zone. And action.
Así es, Homero.
Ahí está.
Nice. Tell me that's gonna work. Tell me he's not spilling that all over the kid. Is that really gonna work? Dude, kudos for trying. It's good! Dude, brilliant. Kudos, man. Dude, that's awesome.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Me duele.
Bravo. Bravo.
Bravo. Are any of your girls into the drama yet? Have they learned the quality acting? You know?
Oh yeah, quite very much.
This young one has. You ready? And action. You gotta put that tear back on, man.
Wow.
You know?
That's impressive.
Oh, that is pretty impressive. So is this one. Yours now does like backflips on the bed and whatnot.
I got two girls that are all about the gymnastics, and I hear cartwheels above my head all day.
You should show them this one.
Oh, it's in the laundry basket. How?
Oh,
she's okay.
That's the teddy bear basket. She's okay. She'll be fine. You know.
Oh, that was not pretty.
You want to see it again? It's just a fun little angle, you know.
I heard the dad cracking up.
Right?
Shot save.
You gotta get the ball. You gotta iron the ball, kid. Like fucking.
Dude.
Does that count? Is that legal?
That's a save, except that the guy's teammate's about to kick it in the net anyway. If you watch, go watch the rest of the clip. Go, check it out. Watch the follow up. The dude in the yellow is actually about to kick it right in the net right there. Boom.
Gotcha.
Whap. So
gotcha.
He just threw his son down for nothing.
Nothing. Oh God.
Uh-oh.
I feel like your kids are around this age.
Oh, they're older
you
than
know?
this.
A little older, right? Yeah, you did it. That's what it sounds like.
Screamed right into it. Brilliant.
Oh,
that kid is going places.
This is you eating banana.
Oh no, he can't get it in his oh, poor kid. Oh,
gotta get it in there.
See, now me, I would not be happy. I would be plenty happy because I don't like banana. Wow.
You don't like banana?
No.
What kind of monk are you?
That's
monkey. Like banana.
That's torture.
I gotta get it. I gotta get it.
It's so hard. Oh, and I'll get that half out, but that half's not gonna be long enough. Oh, thank you.
I help you.
Thank you.
I help you.
Thank you. Love it.
This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good.
Hello. Oh, what's in your mouth? What is in your mouth? Belly cold. I like what she said. You see what's in his mouth? Does he have gum in his mouth? Where'd you get the gum?
There's more gum under there, though.
to kind of throw up.
You want
I
some?
did a little bit.
Show up and then get it on the table.
Benji, that's probably the grossest thing ever.
Ew, why are you licking yourself? Because I'm a cat.
He's a cat.
Nice.
He's a cat.
He's a cat.
Oh,
sure.
He's a cat. Oh God, this one's great. This one's good. This one got me. It's that Peter Griffin that right, that little scrape boo boo, you know. And he's like, okay, I get the bandage. Do we know what's in that bottle, Indy?
Ow.
That little spray bottle.
That would be either hand sanitizer or some kind of bacteria.
Or like alcohol. Right.
Oh, it's burning. Oh, it's burning. Oh, it's burning.
No.
Oh my God. Is he having a seizure? Wow.
Oh. They cut him again with a couple more sprays.
I've definitely had that sprayed on a scrape.
I like how he shoved the thing in his mouth though, like he's fucking getting like a bullet pulled out of him, you know? All right. Bit of dad reflexes.
Okay. Uh-oh. Whoa!
Yeah, oh God!
Oh, shit!
Just picked that kid up and gone.
Oh my! What the? She was in reverse. Wait a minute! I gotta see that again. Where's she?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Like we're way over here.
Oh,
she's parked over there.
Wait.
Right.
Wait. What? Wait. What? She's lucky she didn't get smashed across the street. Holy shit! Oh. Wow.
Yep.
Is that the woman who was driving it? I wonder. Oh my God.
I would imagine so. But
you got to take her license away.
Good save on that one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, good save on the kid though.
Icy hot on my nuts. Icy hot on my nuts for the video.
Oh, we gotcha. I didn't even notice that.
Yep.
Here we go. So I think this is. I think that's I know that guy.
He's a big
dude.
He's
like an actual UFC guy, I think.
Okay.
Right?
You sure?
Yes.
And she's holding the kick shield.
All right, here we go.
Oh no.
No. God.
Oh no.
Wait for it. He she's like, do it. Do it.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Pop. Like he chops into it too, man.
And he didn't he pulled that totally, but damn.
I know he pulled it a little bit, but you know, it's just you're not ready for the impact, you know? Like, but yeah, I thought you would enjoy that.
Ouch.
You know?
Yeah, don't fuck with the master. Don't call a guy that big a sissy. Rule 1.
Loves it, eh? It's looking awesome.
This is the happiest thing I've seen all week. Whee! Okay, I gotta go again. Let
me go again. Oh, nice.
I'm gonna go again.
That's at like the local county fair.
Well, just like, right?
And he can't see colors, so it all looks like one color to him.
Here we go.
You look at the tag whale all the way down.
Oh my belly. Oh my belly.
Like that's great. Oh, so this one's pretty good.
I see a collar.
Sweep the leg. That one's great. Am trapped, friend. I require some more immediates. Please helps. Oh, Jeremy, why? Sorry. How many times, bro? We've went over this already. Just watch. Look, right here. See? Magic.
Like, What the? So, whoa.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Jeremy.
I love that was captured.
I love that whole interaction.
That's great.
Right?
That's how you help your buddy out.
Like the heckin' bamboozle. He fucking like what?
Oh, so sweet.
Like, how the heck you do that?
Wait,
what kind
of wizard are you?
Oh, here we go. We gotta have some burbs. Burb friends.
Annoying. Oh, now you come. Thank you. Thank you for landing right there. That's exactly where I wanted.
He slid right down.
I love how he's just like hanging on, like woo. It's like a Mission Impossible.
Where did he land?
On the bed, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
This is the caption. He really said, "Allow me to do the honor, madames." Play.
Pa.
I got you.
Aww.
Look at the little paw. Whip like.
It's like the place.
Like,
that's
allow me.
That's adorable.
If you insist.
Thanks, Jasper.
Like, I fucking love that.
That's adorable.
So we'll shift gears a little bit, right? Even the Russian fish are crazy. Look at that thing.
What the?
That's sturgeon.
In Russia, ocean find fish, not fish find ocean.
Yeah, dude. Look how big that thing is.
That's Chernobyl result right there.
That's Chernobyl dude. Sturgeon are just giant, but that one's particularly like
what?
Like, look at how big that thing is.
Is that
like? There's its head right there.
Is that an eel?
Like,
what is that?
No, that's like a sturgeon. That's a sturgeon.
Okay, with a big ass tail.
Yep. It's also like one of those. It might be one of those river monster sturgeon. You know, but this doesn't look like South America. This looks like some mountainous, like, you know, but whatever. Big fish, scurryfish, puppos. You gotta get the ball, puppo. You gotta get the ball. Oh,
that's just mean.
puppo.
That's just mean. Suction cup to the floor. Yeah, he's like, I ain't playing.
And yoink.
Oh, wow. They literally yanked the freaking tile
They
out.
pulled the whole tile out. Yep.
Good job, guys.
Like, just that tile, too. Like I couldn't even do that if I tried.
Oh, Warren went freaking old school.
Like a sturgeon?
That's the Loch Ness Monster, Colin said. Yeah, I think that is Nessie.
Oh, there probably is. I think I've shown what Nessie is before on this channel, haven't I? If you want to Google Loch Ness Monster whale boners, real good choice for you.
Oh God, please don't. We don't want
educational
again.
Right?
No, more tiles.
Esse daqui vai pra galera do Mato Grosso ter noção dos bichinhos dele, cara. Olha o tamanho desse animal, brother.
What is that? Oh my God. That's a puppy.
Oh!
Filha da mãe.
What the
Quase, hein, gurizada?
fuck is that?
Escada.
Oh! It's right there. That's where it's at. You gotta find it right in there. Where's it at?
I saw a face at one point.
Yeah, that's a big that's a big anaconda.
Yeah, that's a huge snake.
You know?
Oh my god! Like I see the prints.
Yeah, like right here's the head.
Oh my god!
Like
yeah,
he's fucking
You
Brazilian.
don't want to mess with that thing.
God.
Oh my god!
Oh, so
Papo Dog Zone. 2-card Monty.
Yep, this one. I like this one. Okay, you get treat. Okay, I get treat. Yeah, but you fucked up though. Can I try? Can I try again? Can I try again?
He spit it out.
He spits the old one.
Oh my god! So smart.
Oh. Here, I give back then. I take other one.
I love it. That's great.
This one's great. Volume. We're good. And action.
What are you doing? Are you trying to burn the house down? Gary! No fires in the house! What are you doing? Why are you cooking marshmallows? Get out of the toilet!
Wow. What the hell's going on in that house?
I fucking love Gary, dude.
Oh
Gary's
my
the
God.
best.
Gary's out of control.
So, you know,
We don't talk about Gary.
This is Florida. You ever heard of noodling? You ever heard of that noodle?
Oh boy.
Okay, well, noodling is like, it's kind of like fishing, but like you're using your noodle, right? So what you do is you take your hand and you put it into a dark hole in the mud on the side of some riverbank, right? And, you know, a fish will like bite your arm, but don't worry, it's okay. You're going to pull that fish out, right? You know, sometimes you like the hole's a little too deep, so you got to like put your foot in there and then he'll like grab onto your foot, right? But this guy, you see his arm already?
What the fuck is about to bite his arm? Look at the size of this.
That thing.
Oh my god. Are you shitting me?
And then you get up into the gill.
Why is she screaming?
Now he's got it.
Why is she screaming?
Yeah.
Lift him up. Oh my god. Yeah, he's not gonna like that. Oh my god.
Excuse me, can I get in here?
Is he going back in the water? He's going back in the
And
water.
gone. And gone. And
He's
gone.
going back
Bye.
in the water. Damn.
Yep.
That is a strong fish.
That was a big fish too.
That's a huge ass fish.
And that fish itself was probably like 60 pounds. Like that thing was no joke. You know,
Damn,
like,
what boat that thing? Damn.
and they just move. They just move all sorts of weird.
What?
So
wait,
this,
what?
This is for our buddy.
Wait.
This is for our buddy Fanto.
No, this is for your buddy Indy who drinks orange soda like all the time. But
orange soda. Yes, I do. I do. I love orange soda. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order?
Shit.
Yep, they got it off there.
That's ridiculous, dude. Those are like GMO intelligent super bees. What?
Yeah. Those
What?
are just
Those are
drones.
murder hornets right there. I am deathly afraid of bees that can work in tandem to open a soda bottle.
Lucy. There it is. Like,
don't you want a Fanta? That's, oh my goodness, yeah, crap.
That should be their next. Why is that not their like next commercial? That should be their
Right?
next commercial. You know?
Wow.
Like
that is
even they want a
Don't you
Fanta.
want the Fanta? Yeah, that's right. You got it. Oh, there's bacon.
This one's great.
Must be the honey
What's up, E.
orange.
Heller?
What's up, Ed?
Whoop, 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 whoop. You cripple.
Sympathizing. Sympathy
He's
gives.
still doing it.
Oh, that's terrible.
I love how he just looks and then he's like, "Yeah, you got to do the hopsies, huh?" Like, oh, fucking Labradors. Like,
sympathy gimps.
Just so goofies. Oh,
dude, what?
We got another one.
We
got another one.
Oh my god.
And it's not moving.
Yeah, but it could very easily. Oh my. What? Ah! Now it is. Dude, I jumped. That made me flinch.
Doesn't it? But it's not. It's abrupt chaos, not don't flinch. All right. So people have to explain to me what is happening in this video. They have to explain to me.
Hello. The garage? Oh, yes, there is. And there's evidence of it.
Hello there.
Oh, yes, there is.
What is happening?
Hello there.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Wow.
So you remember when we were all the Bernie Crats were accused of throwing shares?
Yeah.
Remember that?
It was Nevada.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, this is what they should have been worried about. Like, I love how that. If we could just like, do you see this on the left? What poster is that? Like, this is the don't step on Snick. You know.
Is that a Trojan?
But
no,
like, this is a political, like, you know, I'm trying to get, is there a better shot of it? Like, somewhere in here, maybe?
You got the Gaston flag. Maybe it's like a Trump
I feel
Pence or a... It was a campaign
right,
thing.
but then they
94?
pulled it down.
04?
Right. Then they pulled it down. Because they were like, this is dumb.
They lost.
But
they left it up there though.
Yep.
Yeah,
like,
crappy Chinese
but then they threw the
drywall,
chair and
Kelly.
shit. Oh. So
a sushi bazooka.
You like sushums.
I certainly do like sushums. What the hell? Okay.
You gotta make your
sushi
rice. You
okay, this
it's
is your, like, your
essentially
roll maker.
Yep.
And then
so you guys now you gotta redo it. Okay, let's try again. Okay, there you go. You had to leave the cap on there. You know. And you gotta squeeze out long and thick.
Oh.
I
Nice.
just love that face at the end.
Oh,
just of
that's
sadness.
great. You know, it's really funny, but on my honeymoon, we actually, in Mexico, I took a sushi making course, and I rocked that shit, let me tell you. I made a nice cucumber roll, even though I don't eat cucumber, so for everybody else.
Nice.
But I definitely had fun doing that.
Oh.
I got one for you. Okay.
And action.
Uh-oh.
This African man walks into Walmart and he doesn't know how to pronounce chicken. So he grabs an egg and he asks the cashier, "Where is the mother?"
Was this the dude with the speedy last week? Where is the mother? He just fell down.
That man was some chicken, baby. Go to bed, Stacey. Get your mind.
Go to bed, Stacey. Stacey, go to bed. I love how he says that. Stacey, go to bed, Stacey. Like, oh, that's funny.
What did I eat?
This one's
I don't know,
great.
Colin. I had Chinese food today. What?
Okay, serious question.
Yeah.
When was the last time you ever saw someone do the YMCA?
When was the last time I saw someone do what?
The YMCA.
Oh, do the YMCA?
When was the last time you done that?
Oh.
It's like you don't even care about the YMCA.
Wait.
It's fun to say.
Wait, is that laughing or crying and eating? And I'm
It's
so
crying,
confused.
I think.
I'm so confused by all of it. I'm so confused.
Like you don't
Frankie,
even care
stoned
about
for
the
sure.
YMCA. Oh yeah, she's like had her like wisdom teeth pulled there.
When was the last time?
You know.
Wait,
when was the last time?
I think it was at Yankee Stadium because they do that in the 7th inning stretch. Young man, there's no need to fall down. I said, DMCA.
Young man.
Okay.
DMCA. You sing it too well.
Yeah, I do.
Just carbon copy. All right.
Wait.
We all love fireworks, right?
Oh no.
And World Star. We all love World Star and fireworks.
This is not going to finish well.
Coming.
Everyone going in hot.
Uh-oh. Coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Yep. Go.
Everybody get out of the way. Oh my God. Just for the stupid in the room. Oh,
I'm alive.
It's still going. There's still more. It will keep going for a little while.
Yeah. That is Friday nights in Florida, pretty much. And here's Saturday with the boys.
Oh boy. Is he fishing again? Oh boy. No, that's not fishing.
Do you see this?
Oh,
do you see this log-looking
nice.
thing in the bottom here?
Yeah, I see that. That's a Kit Cabello hangout. I'm gonna crack your beer for you. Shotgun, shotgun, a gator gun.
Gator gun. Woo!
That's a gator gun.
Yep. Oh,
I love the girl like 2 inches from the gator on the swamp boat in a bikini. Like, yeah, this is fine.
Yep. That's normal. Yep.
This is fine.
That's the
he
thing
can jump
here.
up in our boat and eat my leg off, but this is fine.
This is fine. They're probably feeding him too.
He does not care about having fingers. Clearly, the fireworks guy or the gator guy. Oh! Bap! Look out for that foul ball. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Like it just
not
makes
here,
you like,
and not here, but right about here.
Right.
Shout out to Tommy Boy, R.I.P. Chris Farley.
Yeah, this is a very
sucks.
Chris Farley-esque scene.
Fucking out!
I was like in unison with the music. Ba-dum, 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 boom, boom.
Fucking out!
Oh, I love that one so much.
That was kind of perfect. He couldn't have timed that any better. Yeah, Phil Collins would very much be proud, Crab. 100%, dude.
Yep.
What's this?
And this. Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is the Log Log.
Oh! What? But. Ow. I'm guessing they were trying to split that log.
Yes. Yep.
Unsuccessful.
I don't know why people try that so much, but they do. They just try it so many times. You know. And like they tell you, you just gotta run faster.
That's a thick piece of wood right there. You're trying to bust against a tree. Ow! Ow! Oh! Synchronized falling.
Oh, and you know that like they got the wind knocked out of them and everything.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna hear that like that. You're gonna hear that noise. So
nice.
this is for the dudes. Yep. This is the power straw. And gone.
Wow.
Like, it's just gone.
That's a liter beer. That's definitely not an American.
No. That's German. That's German engineering right there.
110%.
In fact, I think this is a Hilti. I think this is a Hilti power drill.
Oh, Kelly. Weirdly, you never see women try to break trees with trunks.
No, you don't. No.
Wait.
That's what we have the men for.
Oh, there you go.
Like,
modern problems require modern solutions.
Solutions. Although I think if you tag teamed him up with like power drill beer,
is that 4 beers or 2? I think it's 4 beers.
We'd have something. Yeah, it's 4 beers. Quattro beers.
Impressive.
So, do you like trick shots?
I do.
We got top 5 trick shots. Ready
for a Mentos?
And go.
Your top 5 trick shots.
Oh my gosh!
No way! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Off the roof? Get the fuck out. Wow, that's a big one. Fuck you.
See how many I can get tonight.
The Mentos. Oh my gosh.
Right?
New
it's
top
just
5 trick shots. Oh my gosh!
That shit. Yep.
How many hours did that dude have to spend to get that one shot?
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive.
Very much so.
E. Heller, no way he got all those on first try. That's right.
Okay.
Hardcore parkour?
We've made it. Yes, hardcore parkour. Very hardcore parkour. Ready? And 3, 2, 1, action. Oh shit! He's out.
Ow.
He's out.
Ow.
He's out.
Call the ambulance now. Call an ambulance now.
Oh my god.
Oh, the thud. Oh, the bounce.
Oh god, the bounce.
Wow,
it's like on that
bounce.
rubber floor. It's like on that rubber like tire product that they put on like playgrounds. It looks like.
That's
cool.
Fuck. Yep.
Oh yeah, that fucking did not feel good.
Eric Parkour.
Oh. So they're called killer whales, yes?
Sometimes.
They're gone.
Those are not.
Oh, look how the video stops right there. Those things, those inflatable orcas back there, like in the wave pool. Wow!
Ow! Oh, that hurt your neck.
Yep. So did this. So did this. Some more hardcore parkour. And action.
It's back in a back.
With a cigarette in his mouth. Oh no! Ouch!
Whoa, yo! What, yo?
No! Wow! No!
Why yo?
Why?
Yo.
Whoa, yo!
Okay.
Safety is a luxury.
Uh-oh. I hear whistle. Dude, you better get out of here. Past the station!
Oh my god!
Jesus!
Oh my god!
Dude! Wow!
What?
How fast was that thing going? That had to be 100 miles an hour.
And like people were just here. Like look, little old lady, like right there. Like, okay, babushka's off track. Like,
there's those kids.
That's moving.
Oh, my word.
Like, Jesus. All right.
Shout out,
This
Shadow
was
Band.
fucking great.
Orale! I get to say that on stream.
What's up, Shadow Band? Orale! Orale, vatos.
Well, boys, I fucking censor a little too fucking hard, man.
I fucking center a little too fucking hard, boys.
Okay.
Fucking,
wow.
Like, what? Why are you still here, dude?
Well, boys, I fucking censor a little too fucking hard, man.
Like, there goes your house. Like, that's the roof of your house.
The roof flies off.
Like, you know, and your industrial store of toilet paper that you have in your roof. You know. Oh. This one I just thought was funny. Mainly because of this guy's laugh.
Volta, mãe, volta, volta, mãe.
Oh, there she goes. What the hell is he doing?
What is that fucking diet?
What is that? Oh my god, what is that?
Like, what is that noise? Like,
that's a super wheeze. Holy shit. Bro, get that looked at. You gotta get that looked at. With the braces on. Nice.
Boy chica.
All right, we got 2 more and 1 minute left to midnight. We're doing good. Who we got? No, We're used to this. When you party too much, uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh. This definitely looks like WWE. We're going off the top
if I
rope.
could full screen, please.
No. Full
Computer.
Screen. Oh, there it goes.
Thank
Computer.
you.
Cooperate. Get. He's drunk. Oh, the back of the dome off the table. Love it.
And broken tailbone from jumping like 8 feet up.
And hitting the ground when you were expecting to land on the table. Oh, he grabbed his ass too. Oh, that hurt.
I think that was just whiplash. Like, I don't even think his head hit anything. I think it was just like
that's a busted tailbone. Yeah,
Last
that's
one.
right, Ed.
Last
All
one
right,
for tonight. Figured I'd show off something that YouTube hates showing off. Animations. Animations, for some reason, they tend to not want to support. So I will support them. So if people can see Mike Salcedo, go give him a follow.
Salcedo, Mike Salcedo.
On whatever, probably Insta, I imagine, with this square format. All right, and action.
Cheese. Let's do an ugly one. Can you take one more? We want an ugly picture.
Yeah, okay.
Just that.
Sebastian
Just that.
Maniscalco once called that. It's not a selfie, it's a lonely.
So lonely.
That's
But that's it for today.
Oh, this is really good.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well then, let's go back to Bird and Reef. Full screen yourself. There we go. Alrighty. So that was another fun one. We had some laughs. We covered some stories. This week, we got INN News coming up. I don't know who's actually going to be on it this week, but look for again
Chris and Angel. If
Chris
schedules work
Angel,
out.
really?
So,
The
Chris
Mind Freak?
Legion.
We're gonna have Chris Angel
Yes,
on?
no, Chris and Angel. Chris and Angel.
Chris and Angel. Gotcha.
Angel Rivera.
Yes. Oh, the handsome
Chris
Cynic.
Legion.
Yes. Too spicy
Have
for
the,
Twitter, apparently. Banned from Twitter for 6 days.
Have
Angel
the old-
Rivera.
The two Puerto Rican pappies.
We got Legion
Know what I'm saying?
Socialist in the house. It's gonna be good times. Reef will they'll have 4 stories, and we'll be doing some news. Again, I'll look for Friends of Indie Left with Misty. Look for Tara. Tara will be doing a couple of live streams this week. I know there's going to be one on Tuesday. There's talk of somebody by the name of Lee Camp that's going to be involved. There's going to be one with a Muppet guy or something like that. And there'll be a podcast coming out, I believe, on Friday. Again, podcast is now available on Substack. We also, by the way, on How Do We Miss That? Or on leftist.today Substack, you'll be able to listen to the Friends of Indie Left podcast. So I've actually published that podcast over to my Substack. So you'll be able to listen to those interviews in audio format in all your podcast apps. I believe that they're already out there. So if you search for Friends of Indie Left, you should be able to find it. Again, thank you everybody for coming. Like, share, subscribe. Rockfin.com. Thank you so much, Rockfin. William, Richard, James, Nicholson. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Anybody else who was there tonight, thank you so much. What else do we have here? Again, follow us on the Twitters to hang out all week. Discord will be coming for INN at some point in the near future. That is on the roadmap. And you take care this week. Everybody have a great night, and we will see you next week. Also, again, we may co-stream Marcus Cage Saturday night again to Rockfin. We'll see how that works out. But that went really well last week. All right, everyone.
Yep.
Have a great
Good night, everyone. Keep listening to what little birds had to tell.